National Council of the party has decided to hold our annual delegates conference. The council also constituted a planning committee. We have the planning committee chairman, the very respected Honorable Deputy Speaker, Honorable Joe, the chairman for this important planning committee. And today we have called for this media engagement so that the chairman himself can brief you, the media, what you need to know about the conference and what you must project. So that is the main reason why we call for this. With us, we have the Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed, who is also the Deputy, or is also the Secretary to this committee. Myself, as the National Organizer, I'm also the Vice Chairman. So, let me say, spend much of your time already, so we will not waste more time. I would gladly, happily, and humbly call on the chairman for the planning committee, Honorable Joe Osewusu, to give us the briefing. Okay.
Good afternoon, all of you. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for responding so generously to our invitation. The main purpose of this encounter is to inform you that consequent upon the National Council meeting, the National Conference, scheduled for 19th of July, a committee was set up to plan the conference. Now, I have reported to the steering committee today, and the highlights are: one, that the venue of the conference shall be at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. All activities relating to the conference will be at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. We anticipate that issues relating to COVID will come up, and so we have prepared adequately. Our health committee has taken all the major steps and will be providing the guidance for participants so that we do not have or record any incidents of COVID during the conference. We want to assure the nation that we will not, NPP at this conference will not be the purveyors of conference. I've read some concerns about holding the conference at a place where there are reported COVID incidents. Our health committee has taken all the critical needs and are prepared so that we can be assured that we'll have a smooth conference without any health issues, much less COVID-related issues. Again, we must inform everybody from now that the agenda of this conference is to consider the proposed amendments to our Constitution. The document, the 300-page document, which has been circulated by the National Secretary or General Secretary to all the regions intended for the constituencies. I've also seen a summary, which is also about 64 or so page document. But all of that will be compressed into motions. It is the motions which members or delegates will be called upon to take decisions based upon. So we expect that before members come to the conference, the venue, they would have had copies of the motions, discuss it as much as they want. But when we come to the venue, then they will be taking decisions on the motions that have been proposed by the Constitutional Review Committee of the New Patriotic Party. We also want to advise that this is strictly a delegates conference, for which we only delegates will be to the conference era. We expect that a few individuals are not delegates may be admitted, but of course it's for the National Executive to determine and advise who. Otherwise, it is a strictly a national delegates conference. And because the conference is to take decisions on the constitution, we do not intend that people who have no power under our constitution to take decisions, especially on a matter like the constitution, will not come and interfere in the business of our constitutional amendment. So we will insist on delegates. Members can be in the presence, but inside the stadium where decisions will be taken will be restricted to members of all the delegates who are entitled to. Again, we want to assure Ghanaians that we will not let the conference be turned into a platform for those aspiring to be presidential candidates of our party. For that reason, we've already informed National Council, and they seem to agree with us, that no advertising document, poster, billboard, or T-shirts of any or banners of any of the aspirants will be admitted into the stadium. If anybody breaches any one of these rules, we have secured the place, and our security men will make sure that any such breach will immediately be taken down, and if possible, the person removed from the conference premises. I think this is sufficient unless you want to ask me any questions. Thank you. There are issues relating to the media, but I hope that will come from you. We intend to create a media village where all of you will have sufficient space. We will intend to create yes, we said you all take a feed from one source so that your communication can be verified if you say anything other than what is reported. So largely, the secretary to the committee will share with you in detail the arrangements we've made for the media. But if you want to ask any questions, I'll gladly take.
Please, if you go to this side, it will be better. The other side. Okay, so we can take some few questions. I think you raised your voice. Yeah.
My question really is not about the delegates conference, but since I have the party's national organizer here,
everything must be centered on the delegates conference. Nothing more. That is why I initially mentioned that this press engagement is strictly in relation to the annual delegates conference we'll be having on the 18th and 19th. Delegates will report on the 18th and 19th. When we finish, they will set off back to their various regions. So questions must be strictly on this matter.
Honorable Councillor will key for the account stations before the Christmas comes.
NPP cool. Now it means Senny and a national councillor. Muna said conference and our Congress knew it to me a show was a sort of taking decision. Decided and I almost said that's that a bishia near June your constitution ye couldn't home brackets quite befaswa a BC series and you may hire a man for a baby more my committee National Council Tayano. Ye sham prince and prenai, and she share their back conference no huni. Senior me adumoa conference no ye baye no University of Ghana, Legon, the stadium no so ho. A fiada enumre, a friendly muse, bia or a delegate bia beba. I hope fiada enumre. Memenda a chassis no pa. You need to say mono me and son on a near pong. Near to me as I dine any echo. The kindness say your constitution no ye be Danny in one. No one has some more agenda at that proof. I feel you say, and none say, Sabria, you mean from Manina University of Ghana, as I said so. Yare who be about COVID. Nti yɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɔ amanfoɔ party for delegates ebe nyinaa show mu nkran sɛ anamɔ ɛfata biara sɛ yɛtuo na yɛde bɔ yɛ delegates ɛba no ho ban no yɛayɛ nhyehyɛeɛ no dada yɛtu yɛwɔ health committee a Dr. Okoboy Dano ɔmatu anamɔ ayɛ nneɛma ahoroɔ sɛ bɛyɛ a obiara ma conference n'ase na yare mɛka no anaa ɔmfiri yare ɛmfiri hɔ nkɔ nti obi a ɔba conference no bia mosro ɛna mɛ Ghana ni biara nso nya yɛm hyehyɛ sɛ yɛbɛwie yɛ conference no na yɛde yare wei afiri ha akɔ baabi afei yɛsɛ saa conference wei ɛyɛ yɛamamuo ho nhyehyɛ nko ho asɛm ne yɛbɛka nti yɛmpɛ sɛ ɛhɔ na ɔmo ani da so sɛ ɔmo bɛgyina sɛ yɛnto aba ma ɔmo no ntu frankaa no ɔhɔ ɔde bɛabɛyɛ ɔmo campaign platform nti yɛmma kwan ma campaign obiara mfa obi a ɔpɛ sɛ ogyina wani da soɔ sɛ ɛbɛyi no sɛ frankatuni n'ataadeɛ ne poster ne billboard anaa biribi asa ɛma conference hɔ report n'aba ama National Executive Committee a obiara ɛntiam nti megye di sɛ ɔmo agye atom nim sɛ mo nsɛntwerɛfoɔ baabi a mobɛtena yɛ adwuma no nyinaa yɛhyehyɛ ne kama ɛbɛyɛ deɛ ɛfrɛ no nsɛntwerɛfoɔ akura na mu details nyinaa secretary to the committee ewie a sɛdeɛ mopɛ no biara ɔbɛkyerɛkyerɛ mu akyerɛ mu anamo ɛfata si etu nyinaa yɛtu ewie deɛ aka ne sɛ madaroma wobɛyɛ mboa na yɛbɛbɔ ho dawuro na ɔmanfoɔ bɛba ɛyɛ constitutional amendment no mo sɛ yɛte committee a ɔmo na titi nsɛm ne nyinaa ɔmo report of the by na nkrata bɛyɛ ahasa event sɛ kratafa bɛyɛ ahasa general secretary na obi so yɛ summary kabo mu no bɛyɛ nkratafa bɛyɛ de osia nkono sɛsɛn na mmom ebe compress ne nyinaa into resolutions nti si hyia hɔ de a resolution no na motions no ɛno ɛna ebi de ho nkɔmmɔ na afei yɛato aba akyerɛ yɛ adwene wɔ ho sɛ yɛgye tom sɛ yɛnsesa constitution no sei anaa yɛnsesa no sei anaa yɛmfa nkɔ ha anaa yɛmfa nkɔ nti ɛduru hɔ a after opening ceremony no afei obiara wonyɛ delegate deɛ ɛnam sɛ wei deɛ ɛyɛ yɛ party no ho yɛ mmara titire ɛho adwuma ne ɛyɛ no obi a yɛ party constitution ne mma wo kwan sɛ wotu saa na ma no bi no yɛhwehwɛ w'anim sɛ wobɛwɔ hɔ nti conference wei ɛyɛ no strictly delegates yɛmpɛ sɛ nnipa ba bɛfom hɔ na mbɛka sɛ mpɛ sɛ mewura mu meyɛ observer anaa meyɛ pani wɔ ha woammra ma wo kwan sɛ woto aba wo ho bi anaa wotake decision ho bi ɔmo kwan na ɛbɛma wo mawura mu nti yɛbɔ ɔmanfo amanneɛ na yɛnhyɛ no so
Very good evening, sir. We are going to do it. But delegates to do send a
ne nyinaa delegates no ɛkabo mu a kakra na mpem nsia delegates ne nyinaa constituencies ahoroɔ no ɛne constituencies ahoroɔ ɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ nipa mpem 9,992 4,692 for all the constituencies together na afei ɔba regional executive and also ni mu bɛ sɛ nipa ha 272 ansa na waba council of elders na waba council of patrons dunum na national officers almost aduonu na waba tescon for 225 external branches ɔmo a part ne fa wa amanɔne nyinaa ɔmo so yɛhwɛ nipa bɛyɛ ahasa aduosia 360 anim ɛna regional council reps ne direct ɛkabo mu a ɛbɛyɛ 5,785 nipa mpem num ahanso de ɔwɔtwe num ɛna yɛhwɛ ne mu sɛ ɔmo bɛba.
Questions bi obi. Sir, bibia ni wonu bia ni madama ebeda ase. Megidi sɛ sɛ nkyerɛkyerɛmu bi wɔ hɔ nso a deputy general secretary wɔ hɔ anaa mɔfra mi nso a nkyerɛkyerɛmu bɛba. Ebeda ma se next week nso ebedi nkita ho bio. Na mmom the director of communications, Richard Anyagba, on the in charge of media. And I know that very good plans for you. Obibia, I mean, so much accreditation. I say I'm so much linker. Much as I meet media for now. Now, because accreditation is very important.